Let's look at cars. A license is required to drive. You must pass a written and physical exam, obtain insurance, get plates, pay taxes, and maintain the proper state of mind to operate it safely. There are even more steps and requirements for those that drive larger vehicles like tractor trailers, and the largest and most dangerous cargo requires the most regulation. To obtain the license to transport hazardous material, a driver must schedule a written exam, a physical, a drug screening, register their fingerprints, pass extensive background checks, and visit the DMV to pay and print for that new license. These steps help make driving as safe as possible for everyone on the road. Those qualified truck drivers must stay qualified, and so they register with a national clearinghouse that watches for any and all violations from that point forward. Just like how insurance companies track your tickets and accidents, and credit bureaus report your credit score. The reason the trucking industry is so extensively regulated is explained by liability. Those that drive on public roads face liability in case of an accident. Insurance companies are willing to cover the liability in return for premiums. The cost on those premiums is influenced by a lot of factors, but overall it's based on how safe of a driver you are, the vehicle type, value, and the miles you drive. This is a market solution that incentivizes safe and responsible driving, and for the most part it works. It's why a Gen Z in a Lambo pays more per month than a millennial in a Tacoma, and why they both avoid collisions with boomers at intersections. The current state of firearms in the US, if illustrated by automobiles, would resemble a large empty field with no lanes, no stop signs, no safety measures, with plenty of cars lying around for anyone to drive in a country fed up with all the crashing. The answer is liability. Yep, it's that old mop and bucket again. When a city, county, state, or federal agency introduces an insurance mandate for gun owners, insurance companies then take on the liability and have to pay out in the event the firearm is used in an accident, crime, or tragedy. This opens the doors for capitalism and the market to regulate naturally in a way we are all used to, just like insurance does with cars and trucks. And the safest and most responsible gun owners will be rewarded with the lowest premiums and the best coverage. Uninsured gun owners would face progressive fines, and without insurance, huge liability. Not carrying the required minimum insurance coverage would be a surefire way to find out who is okay with breaking the law. And, if you're okay with breaking the law, you probably shouldn't also have guns. The revenue collected from these fines of the uninsured can help provide compensation for victims of such tragic gun violence. To keep their premiums low, gun owners will minimize their risks. They will safely store firearms away from children and safeguard them from theft, acknowledge mental health issues and seek help if needed, educate themselves and family on proper safety use and care, report lost or stolen firearms, and only obtain firearms based on their practicality, need, and function, as remember, the more risk you take on, the more coverage you may need. This will not infringe on the Second Amendment. This is not a government buyback, a mandatory registration, a ban, a confiscation, and it does not punish law-abiding citizens. It only requires gun owners carry insurance. Change is hard. This is a complex issue and there will not be a perfect solution. But as a gun owner, a student, a citizen, I am sick of seeing my hometowns, cities, and families destroyed by gun violence. I would pay an insurance premium if it meant everyone can keep their rights and their guns they lawfully own, prevent further gun violence, and compensate the victims and their families to create a safer country. I think we should do this.